is good. Let's pop your card up there. How is Aquarius feeling in this final week of March 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Aquarius is feeling, please. Oops, where's that gone? We've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Hi, Eric. Welcome in. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed could signify money being tight at the moment. Yeah, those coins falling out of the purse. You know, feeling like you're unable to provide. Or feeling a lack of generosity. Pentacles deal with the 3D matters, you know, earthly matters, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Paying our way, but not just paying for ourselves, providing for others. Like children, parents. Why are the cards like flying everywhere? Oh, right. In the challenge, oh, I can't get it, hang on. In the challenge position, hi Basketball Pro. Happy Friday night, everyone. I'm so ready for the weekend. Oh, hi Katie. I can't answer questions in the chat until I get to 500 subscribers. Okay, when I get to 500, I can do super chats in the lives. I can do you a personal reading, it'd be 20 minutes if you book through my Etsy store. There's a link in my channel about page or like details of my channel. I just can't do it live until I got 500 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. Hi Katie. So this is the major for Sagittarius. Temperance is all about managing your emotions. So trying not to become angry, trying not to become distressed, you know, argumentative, lose your temper. Trying to remain level is a challenge at the moment. Bear in mind that, you know, Sagittarius is fire energy, so it's being composed and trying to manage those different emotions or mood swings. Oh, thank you, Katie. Let's get one more for Aquarius. I'm waking up now. I'm glad I came on. I was like, should I just try and like push it through tomorrow with all the like new weekly signs? But I feel really overwhelmed. I've got so much to do for work, and yeah. Right, what's jumped out here? We've got the 2 of Swords and the 8 of Cups reversed. Now, the 8 of Cups, when it's upright, that's leaving a relationship. So that would be you leaving a relationship. When it's reversed, it's not wanting to leave a connection, not wanting to give up on it or walk away from it. And it would be a serious connection, not a flirtation or someone you've been dating. It would be many years of being with someone. The 2 of Swords is when in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, it's a person who's blindfolded. So they don't want to deal with this decision that they've got to make. Swords are communication, they're also thoughts. So it's this like being up in your head energy and then trying to shut off like any thoughts of it. And it's to do with leaving a connection. Hi, Priyanashu. I hope I said your name right. Right, let's get some cards for how your person's feeling. You're showing up as a queen, and the cards that are coming out are talking about potentially leaving a relationship. So I'm assuming that you are dealing with someone and that they're going to come out in your reading. I need to sit a bit closer. I'm too far away from the desk. My back's killing me. There we go. Right, finally, let's have a look. The Hierophant reversed and the Magician upright. Okay, so the Hierophant is the major arcana for Taurus. It's being the teacher. It's building up wisdom through experience. So it's not about having a higher knowing like the High Priestess follows intuition and spirituality. The Hierophant is the teacher because they've learned so many lessons from experience that they become, they're no longer the student, they become the teacher, and they try to help others to not make the same mistakes that they did. Now that's reversed. So it's about like, am I being foolish? Am I being unwise? Have I not learnt my lessons? Learnt from what's happened in the past? The Magician card is someone that has all 4 aces. So they believe that they have all the tools, and they likely do have all the tools to succeed. So they would have the Ace of Cups, they would have the love, the self-love, the love for another person. They would have the Ace of Swords, the intelligence, the ability to communicate well. They would have truth, truth and integrity as well. They would have, what are the other aces? The Ace of Wands, so passion, adventure, enthusiasm. The Ace of Pentacles, the financial backing, abundance. So the Magician's upright, but then we've got the Hierophant reverse, so we don't really get that. Unless that is a Taurus that you're dealing with. In fact, I'm just studying this card because it's a really nice one. You can see the wand and the cup there. Maybe that's the pentacle. I love looking at these cards because the longer you look at them, the more things you see. It's the Surrealist Tarot deck. It's very cool. Right, let's place them and we'll see what else comes out. I guess just because you've got the tools to achieve something doesn't mean it's the right decision. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Hi, satisfying stuff. Welcome in. Thanks for the likes, everyone. I think it'll make more sense when I get more cards, and then I'll clarify as well. I'm good. I'm tired. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I feel like I've got so much to do. Oh, what's come out there? The Moon, which is the major for Pisces, but it's reversed. When the Moon card is upright, the Fool realizes in the story of the major arcana that he must not be afraid. He must walk forwards anyway. Okay? This is the energy of being afraid of what's hidden, things that are in the dark. We don't know what's there. Maybe there's stuff to be worried about. Maybe there isn't. We must continue anyway. When that's reversed, it's like a reluctance to continue anyway. Now that came out with the Nine of Pentacles, and that's about being self-sufficient. The Nine of Pentacles is, it's being able to pay for yourself and not needing to rely on anyone else for your own abundance. It's not necessarily about being responsible for others. So it's very much a single energy. When you have the Ten of Pentacles, that's usually because you and another have joined forces, put two incomes together, you know, two sets of assets, two sets of savings, and the Ten of Pentacles is kind of like the end goal, you know. The Nine of Pentacles is about being single and doing it by yourself, okay? So with those being a combination, I think there's a little bit of fear from this person about going it alone. They've got the tools, but maybe they feel like they're going to fail. I think we can all do that, can't we? We can suffer like a lack of confidence. It's not like we haven't got the ability to do it, but we just don't trust ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. Sorry if I'm a bit sniffly. I think it's allergies. You know when you've got like, because it's cold in the morning and at night you put like the blowers on in the car to make it hot. It just dries me out. I think I've sussed out that's what it is. Let's get one more. Okay. There's a lot of stuff about leveling up on this side of the reading. We've got the Two of Wands reversed. We've got the King of Swords reversed, okay? And now we've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. I'll go through each card one by one because that helps me to process combinations. If the Two of Wands was upright, it would be I need to choose between this direction and that direction. Am I going to go for A or B? Hi Natalia, thank you for wishing me a lovely day. I can't answer individual questions here in the live, but when I get to 500 subscribers, I will do. Okay, I'll take super chats and things like that. If you want an individual reading before then, you can pay £18. The link to my Etsy store is on the About page, you know, the channel description here on YouTube, and I'll do you like a 20-minute reading. Thank you for understanding. It's just a YouTube thing. You have to get to 500 subscribers. We're not far off. Right, let's go through these. So this is like, I need to make a choice which direction, because if you think about it, wands, especially like a page of wands or even an ace of wands, they're the start of an adventure, the start of a journey. So when you've got two, it's like, which one do I pick? Now that's reversed. So I think you don't know which, well, it's not you, it's your person. I think they don't know which way to go. Yeah. There's a choice, isn't there, here for them of going it alone. Let's put that down for a sec. The King of Swords was upright, and remember that. Now, the King of Swords is air energy. It's intelligence, it's wisdom, it's honesty, integrity, truth. The King of Swords is a strategist. He is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's lots of thoughts, lots of communication. When the king is upright, he uses his intellect and his communication skills for good. If he's reversed, he's using it for bad, like to manipulate, because he's got a silver tongue, he's good with his words, he can lie easily. He may block communication, or he may, you know, wield that sword in a way that's very negative and use nasty words. but it's upright, okay? So this person is not unpleasant. They're a good person. They're a person of integrity. They're a thinker, okay? So this person's unlikely to act without really planning things out. Very, very, like, strategic. They will always plan. They're not a knee-jerk person. The Eight of Pentacles. Right. Was that not upright? Did I turn them round? I always do this. Anyway, the Eight of Pentacles is about growth. It's about investment into the future. So the Seven of Pentacles is looking back at what's been cultivated so far. The Eight of Pentacles is looking ahead into the future and saying, I want to build, I want to grow, I want to expand, I want to take on a course to increase my salary, I want to, put money into savings, or it's about growth and expansion, whether it's as an individual or with a person. It's an investment of time, money, and energy going into the future. There's clearly a decision here for the person that's showing up in your reading. There's clearly a decision, like, do I go out on my own? Do I become solo and be self-sufficient, or do I continue in this relationship or marriage? I would tend to say that it's marriage when you're a king and a queen, but it doesn't have to be. It could just mean that you have a lot of responsibility in work, or you have children, you take care of a home. Let's get 3 for the outcome. I keep getting 2s, 2 cards at a time. We've got the Page of Swords, which is a watching energy. So this is someone that's watching and waiting to gather information. They're observing. We've got the Nine of Cups reversed. So the Nine of Cups, when it's upright, is someone that feels happy, that feels content within themselves. Not, the Ten of Cups is the whole family are happy and content. The Nine of Cups is I, as a single individual entity, I'm happy within myself. I am self-satisfied. This is reversed. So someone's watching and waiting and trying to gather information and understand what another person's doing because they're unhappy. Oh, thank you for giving me likes, guys. I can't answer questions here or higher. I can't answer questions in the chat live because this is a collective reading for anyone who's Aquarius. If you want an individual reading, it's £18 from my Etsy store and I'll give you a 20-minute reading. Or I can do questions live once I get to 500 subscribers. They'll let me do super chats then. Let's get another card for the outcome. Thank you for understanding. It's just the way YouTube is. I'm a small channel. I started the channel in the beginning of summer and it's doing well now. I don't think it'll be long before we get to 500, to be honest. Right, in the challenge position, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is looking back at the past and trying to decide if what's been cultivated, if what's been planted so far is enough. to harvest, or it's a very reflective energy 7. And Pentacles is time, money, and energy investment. So it's like, what have I achieved to date? What have I managed to achieve so far? That's the challenge. I think there's like serious fear here. There's a lack of confidence in this person that's showing up in your reading of going it alone. And then it's strange because on your side, it's like you've got that fear as well. Because you've got the 8 of Cups reversed and the 2 of Swords. It's like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm struggling with my emotions. I'm going to struggle financially. What's come out here? The Justice upright. The Justice card. It's the scales of justice, you know, it's balance, justice. Something that was unfair is becoming fair. It's becoming right. And that's in the outcome. So in the outcome, even though we're not feeling happy, something's going to become just. This is really intriguing. Why has Aquarius's person got, oops, why have they got, oh, what a calamity. I'm gone. That wasn't a shuffle, that was just the very shiny cards. Why have they got the Hierophant reversed, and why have they got the Moon card reversed, despite having all of the tools to succeed? Oh, hi Chantal. Thank you for subscribing. When we get to 500, I'll be able to do super chats and answer questions in the lives. If you want a personal reading, a 20-minute reading, that's £18 from my Etsy store. Roving eyes. Keeping possibilities open. Obvious flirt. Disrespectful. This person got trust issues. This person got trust issues. They could have been cheated on or strung along in the past. They could feel like, you know, someone is not capable of being faithful towards them. Dream world. Living in a fantasy. Living in a fantasy land. Illusions, not real love. Nine of Pentacles with the Moon reversed. That, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because they've given up on working towards a life with another person. They don't believe that love lasts. That's quite sad, isn't it? It's because of what's happened in the past. That's a shame. I mean, people can change when they're in that energy. It doesn't mean they're always going to feel that way, but at this moment in this person's life, they just believe that love doesn't last. It's understandable, depending on what's happened. That is a lot of clarification. Let's have a look. These are double-ended, so I want to get them the right way up that they came out. Veiled paths. Face the mystery of uncharted passages with the courage to explore unknowns. Love's disguise. Go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. So this person could have been someone that goes for people not solely based on what they look like, but unfortunately when people are very good looking, they can lean into that, can't they, and rely on that and get carried away and be playerish or non-committal because they just feel like they've got all these options all the time. Perhaps this person, needs to reassess and think, I've got to stop falling for people based off what they look like. That I think, definitely have found people that are very, very attractive and yet they're a lovely person. But you've got to make sure that if someone's very attractive and they're not necessarily a lovely person, that you do cut them adrift and you don't take them as a serious partner, because you can get so hurt, can't you? Capricious. Children are involved or someone is being immature. So we talked about immaturity, didn't we? Eternal renewal. In the cycle of life, understanding breeds hope for what comes next. That's lovely. That suggests to me that there's going to be healing on this side. And there's going to be a sense of... Oh, you're Virgo, are you, Katie? There's going to be a sense of optimism coming back in. Like wanting to collaborate in the future, not right now. They're just like wanting to be self-sufficient, but in the future they may wish to cooperate once again with another. So for some people, this is a current person. But it looks like it's going to end. And then for others, it could be like two separate energies and you're manifesting each other in. But it doesn't really feel like there's a coming together, between the two people that are on this table. Because there's so many nines. There's the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the Justice card. It could seriously be an ending, but it's just each person is unconfident about going it alone, because it's like that division of incomes, or thinking like I've got to like lose what I've built up, what I've already invested into. It doesn't seem to be like romantic vibes or like apologies, or we've got when you've got the 8 of Cups, to be honest, when you see that in a reading, it's like the end is nigh. Let's get confessions from this person. So if this is Aquarius's person that they're currently dealing with, you brought the life back into my life. I find you intimidating. So it could be that this person's like younger, they're less confident. They could find like the way that Aquarius carries themselves is more like business-like because they're an air sign. And this person, they must have air somewhere in the chart because they got the King of Swords. But they've also got the 9 of Pentacles and the Hierophant reverse. So they could be an earth, they could be heavy earth, heavy Taurus. Perhaps that's their thing that they're trying to improve, is like their material independence. And if you're used to being the Queen of Pentacles, you feel like, and you appear to have already achieved that. But sometimes that's not everything that makes you happy though, is it? Sometimes you can have a home with someone and be really unhappy in it. Sometimes you can have a particular place or of employment or country that you're living in or city that you're living in, just think, I hate it here. Like, it doesn't mean that you're happy. Right, let's get messages from this person. I don't know what to say to you. I think that's like a messy past. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't trust you. I did say this person got major trust issues from how they've been treated previously. They're a little bit too... They could be an earth sign, because earth signs are very attracted to what people look like, because they're ruled by... well, Taurus in particular is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love. So she or he notices, you know, very beautiful things and very beautiful people. I'm focused on work. Yeah, they're really trying. They're really, really trying to become the Nine of Pentacles and gain financial independence. That's their priority. They're a very responsible person. Definitely getting heavy earth energy. I want to meet up with you. They even if they appear that they're not interested in you, Aquarius, they are. They absolutely are. I think they've just got trust issues now. My higher self is trying to reach you. That's come out with the card of observation. Being watched. They're watching you, Aquarius, or they're hoping to bump into you at least. I'm sorry for what I said. That's over the Seven of Pentacles, which is what's happened in the past. They could have been like very harsh with you. We've got the Justice. My head isn't clear enough to make a decision. They don't know what's right at the moment. They're so mixed up. There's definitely, like, this does feel like loads of stuff has gone down. And each person just, like, there's so much emotion, like heavy emotion. Each person's like, I don't want this to end. But it's like, there's financial issues on both sides. And then there's a lack of trust here. It's like maybe this person been a bit immature, you know, like getting with loads of people based off what they look like, and they're not quite self-sufficient yet, but that's what their biggest goal is now. And they've got a wall up, whereas you're like, you were already self-sufficient, but things going to be financially difficult for you for a while, or they're going to be worse if you leave this relationship or marriage. But it does seem like this person's sorry and they want to meet up with you, but they've got so much on their mind right now. We've done confessions. If this comes back together, when will it happen? When will this conversation happen between Aquarius and the one that's showing up in their reading? Release any attachment to timing. Okay, so I think this is to do with personal growth on either side. You know, there's a need to be less codependent to one another and just to anyone for financial reasons. So there's a lot of personal growth that's happening while you're apart. Could be twin flames vibes here. Like, you're meant to come back together, but for now there's a lot of growth happening. Whoops, squash my cards then. Swan and Grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So I think this is about, you know, the way it said, I'm sorry for what I said. I think there's been crosswords spoken here previously, and you're being like encouraged to, it's not you, sorry, your person's being encouraged to, well, it's both of you, isn't it? Because this is advice for you, but it feels like advice for both of you. To carry yourself with grace and dignity and deal with things in a way that leaves the other person with their ego intact, because we can really pull each other down when we say the wrong thing. And I'm like wondering whether that King of Swords was upright or reversed, because we do need to be careful. Words hurt, don't they? And you can say something to someone or hear someone say something to you and it just rings in your head because you really don't want that person to feel that way about you or think those things about you, especially if it's the thing that you're most self-conscious about yourself, whether that's, you know, your ability to pay your own way or look nice or, you know, consider others, like to speak in a way that's intelligent. You have got the temperance and the challenge position, which is about managing your emotions. They're definitely sorry for what they said. They're missing you a lot. Oh, you're Aries, are you? Well, if you go on to, I don't know if you've watched the lives yet. If you go on to the lives, you'll see the first live that I did. I've done them in threes, so it'll be, if you go down 3 lives, it'll be like Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. I've named it, so you'll know which one it is. And I've posted them individually as well, thinking about it on the love readings. He's Aquarius, is he? Sorry, I think I keep wobbling the tripod. Right, what's coming out here? This is advice. The edge of evolution feels messy. Okay, so that's interesting. I've never heard that. Look at that sacred geometry as well. It has no beginning and no end. It just continues. Okay, so I love that. I love that. I think that's my favourite card I've seen in this deck. This is the Sacred Creators Oracle deck. Our work to grow and change is never done. Every minute of every day, we're growing and learning and changing, seeing things from a new perspective. We've got different goals, different ideas. I've got opinions on stuff that are totally different to what they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, my opinion on things has changed so many times. So can you imagine how this person is going to feel in 5 years or 10 years, how they felt 10 years ago? We're all changing and growing all of the time, okay? And we're able to see things from new perspectives or look at things in a different way. Have you ever like had a friend that says something and it'll be like a sentence and it just blows your mind and you just think, yeah, like where you never felt like that before, like they just know exactly what to say to change your perspective or make you believe something's going to be all right. Or I don't know. I don't exactly know how to articulate it, but we're all a work in progress, aren't we? So I think there's so much growth and evolution happening on both sides that it's not like a smooth ride. It's not plain sailing. It's messy. Okay, it feels uncomfortable. It feels messy, but that means major work is happening, major spiritual growth. Look at this. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Fear is on here, isn't it, with that Pisces moon energy, that fear of going forwards to become independent. That's your person's advice. And if Aquarius, if you're considering a different kind of future, or you're afraid for the state of your relationship, you need to be brave, okay? Take control, take the bull by the horns. Look at this, in flow with money. This is a very like Pentacles, like money orientated reading on both sides. So we must believe that the universe is abundant and what we ask for will be given to us. We must believe in sacred geometry and the fact that money is everywhere. Money is energy, love is energy, okay? And it flows continuously around the universe. So we can't run out of it. It can't be created, nor can it be destroyed. It's continually flowing around us, and we are part of the universe. We are not separate to it. Okay, so if you spend money knowing more money will come and you trust that more money will come, this allows the flow of money to come in. If you stop spending money and you panic and you get anxious about money, it kind of stops the flow and interrupts it. Okay, so it's all about having faith, sending out good energy, but also being productive. So, for example, if you really wanted to leave a job and you wanted to get a different job, as long as you put your CV out, you're going to get another job. You just have to like know that things are going to change, better days are coming. But if you just stay as you are, or you leave your job and then you don't apply for anything else, you're creating your own, like stuck energy doing that. So it's just about doing it anyway, even though there's fear. Try to squash that and trust that everything's going to be all right. And as you get older, that happens over and over, and you become more trusting that everything works out. Sometimes you even go into much better situations and then you feel empowered and you feel very in control of your own future. Like, that's very empowering to make moves like that. Why do I feel like, oh yeah, I need to pick, I'm going to get one more advice for you from this deck. So Aquarius, it says first light, beginning a new cycle. So this is a bit like the Wheel of Fortune, okay? There's going to be a new start here, a new phase, a new chapter. Stay focused and hold the course, okay? Do not be afraid. If you're waiting to work on a commitment, then work on it. If you're waiting to leave a commitment, leave it, but stay the course. Whatever the plan is, keep going, because there's a new phase, a new chapter coming. Interesting. Okay. Right, I'm going to stop the Aquarius reading there. And we'll get on to Pisces. I always cross-watch the sign of the person that I want to know about. I love it. Because sometimes you really can't understand, especially if you're in no contact, you really can't understand like where they're coming from or what's going on with them. And sometimes you just want to know, like, even if it's like unconditionally, it's not because you've got an agenda, you just, you know, some people are not good at articulating what's going on with them. They're not always like doing it because they're sly, they just got issues, they're really uncomfortable with discussing things. I think the biggest thing that I get from cross-watching is sometimes I've really been able to, or not even just cross-watching, but sometimes you get another perspective that maybe because you're too deep in it and you're thinking about things from your own perspective and you've done that for a long time, a reader can like make you see how another person's feeling and what they might be going through, and it can build like more empathy, to be honest. Sometimes no, but sometimes I really have felt more empathetic, more generous of heart. And every reader explains things in different ways, you know? Oh wait, I need to change this, don't I? Right, let's put the Pisces sign up. This is my favourite card. This one I think is really cool.